Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Karl Sandoval. I'm a master luthier, and we're going to get started on mounting the first template for neck pocket, pickup, and tremolo routing. So let's get started. Okay, we have our body blank, which we've roughly cut out from the last video. That was video number 5. This is video number 6, just to keep everyone informed. So with this body blank, what I'm going to do is take my pre-made star routing template, and I'm going to set it in place, making certain that I have plenty of room around the periphery or the outside shape of this guitar. I don't want it overhanging, but I want it within the marking that I had made on the previous video. So on my template, I have already in the past have indicated, well, this was for a bolt-on, so that's why it's short right here to here. But this dimension, if you were to think of a regular Stratocaster neck pocket or a Telecaster neck pocket, from this front end of the body going inward towards where the neck seats, that's approximately 3 inches. So therefore I made a mark at this point here on my template. So what I'm doing is also on my routing template, I have a center line that was predetermined. And so I had mentioned on one of my guitar tips, I think it was a guitar tip number 2, that a square, a carpenter square like this works great. It allows me to utilize the center line and then give me a really straight and accurate cross line here, which I have done. So what we're going to do next is, with the body pretty much set in place, I've marked my center line position here and a center line position here onto my body blank. Get that aligned. And I've also made a pencil mark at this point here. And I'll explain why in a moment. So we've got center line mark here, center line mark here, and then we drew a line here after the template has been centered within our rough cut marking. So what we'll do is remove this template, just set it out of the way. And now we've got a line here, a cross line here, a center mark here, and a center mark here. So what I'm going to do is mark my center line with a pencil. I like to use pencil. I mean, you can use pen. If this was to be a natural color, you want to use pencil because it'll sand off real good. You can use pen if your color is going to be opaque. But the translucent natural type woods, the translucent paint is, you'll be able to see any marking, so you got to be careful. Okay, so now we've got our center line, and what we're going to want to do is carry the center line all the way around the body, which we will eventually do. And then we've got a mark here. Now, even though we're not building a bolt-on, we still need to use this mark here. And then this extension, as you remember, from the butt end of the body, the front of the body to here, that's extra wood that we'll be able to use for contouring, and you will see in one of the upcoming videos. So from this point, from this mark here, let's mark 3 inches. Get my small. I love these, I guess they call them machinists rulers. They're great, man. If you can get like 3 or 4 of these, have them around the shop, you will use them. I guarantee it. So let's mark 3 inches here. We're at the 3 on the line, and then we're going to mark here approximately. It's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to use our square. Line it up with the center line. Let's use the inside here. And we're going to make a mark at this position. This is a very important mark. It will set our template. So this is basically the inside butt end of a neck pocket, the strat neck pocket or tally neck pocket. This distance here is 3 inches. Okay, so let's do our center lines. Now this line here needs to go around the body, as well as the center line needs to go around to the other side. So let's do that right now. This tool I featured on one of my tips, the Carpenter Square Guitar Builder tips that I'm putting on Facebook, as well as this small little square. And I believe I also put this machiner's ruler on there too. If not, well, now you know what one looks like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to carry this line. Try to be as accurate as you can, but you can see that the square mounts flush on the face of the body, and then I'm able to align it with the line that I drew and carry it across on the sides. So we need one there. And we are going to need one here. So you can see how valuable this tool is. It makes an accurate setting for the lines that you want to make. Okay, now we're going to place it here and put a line at this point. And we've got one more. It helps to make a little mark. Let's get some better lighting here. Where the line is. Like so. See, now I've got something I can see. And perfect. There's the one line the final line that we made. So now what we do is we mark the top. Got a mark there. have a mark there, which makes it easy for us now to draw another line here. And what this gives us is a mirror image of the line that's on the face of the guitar. So there's our center line here, and we have a center line here. So now let's do our neck. This would be the base of the neck mark. As that one is. So what we do now, we run this line across. And let's see how accurate that turned out. It should be relatively close to our center line. And it is. It's it's dead on. Very cool. So, what we have here, this is now, if we follow this line all the way across, it's the end or the butt end of our neck pocket, which is what we need. So that pretty much sets the template now. So on my system, what I do is I put the template on the back side and I end up routing on the top. So I turn the guitar over, and this is going to be right-handed. So if you notice on my templates, see if I can get this in shot. Here's the tremolo route, and here's my center line, and I've got more of the routing at the base for right-handed guitar, which is a good clue to remember. We'll be routing the neck pocket and the rear pocket for the humbucker, and then the tremolo with this template. Center lines. I use center lines for everything. It just kind of aligns what I do very well. So here's the base of our tremolo route. Our neck pocket route. And so this is what we're going to line up with our cross mark here that we had placed on the back of our body. So on my template, I have center lines as well, and they will be lined up. So therefore, now you can see the value and the importance of the center line and the cross line. And so all the templates I make, they have center lines. And then the center line is transferred onto whatever body style I'm going to use. And that's what sets us up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this in pen so you can see what has happened here. Obviously these are pre-made, prefabbed, and designed templates that I make. This is a marine ply, and meticulously I set the placement of all these slots, routing slots, neck pocket, pickups, humbuckers, and then tremolo. So the scaling has been set. Everything is, they're centered. So this is something that I'm sure I'll be doing a video on that, on how to make a template, because, I know I'm showing you this procedure, and a lot of you may not have the overarm router, and so, but the center line is basically my foundation of everything. And if I went to a company that sold plexiglass templates for all these routing, like neck pocket and humbucker pocket, tremolo pocket, the center line is what they'll go by as well. So if you use a hand router, it's going to come out the same way. This is just what works for me. So let me draw. Everything's aligned, and I'll show you right now. This is what I'll be routing out. All right, this is what it looks like. Okay, now this is, granted, this is the back side of the guitar. This is a right-handed guitar. So being on the back side, this is what will be routed on the front. Let's see if we can see that. Get some good lighting on that. There we go, let's see. Yeah, I think you can see it. So here's our tremolo route. The larger part of the route is this way, down, facing down this way. And then here's our humbucker and the neck pocket. And everything is aligned automatically because I did all the alignment work when I made the template. All I had to do was align the template on this body, and then it's going to place everything that I need. This neck pocket is what I glue the neck into, but as you can see, it's extended outward, which gives us more gluing surface. So there we are. We are ready to mount this template. And the way that I do that, I use a double-sided tape, and there are a variety of companies out there that make this stuff. And so what I'll do is I'll put tape on this area and try to get tape on parts of the body so the template is held really well. So basically here and here, along these sides, along here. So the template goes on the front of the guitar, and this is how I do it. So we'll run a piece of tape right here. Now I just cut onto this. This will be a glued part area. Well, actually this will be routed down. No, this is the back of the neck. So it will be cut down with a file as I shape the guitar. But here's a point I want to make. I'm using this body blank to cut against, and I really should not be doing that. Get yourself a piece of wood of some sort and you know, cut your pieces. So on the template, I'm not going to route right here, so I'm going to put another piece this way. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put it lengthwise. See, the razor blade, if I cut onto the body, I'll end up marring the wood, and it could be a line that would shrink up later on. So let's put a piece right here. This is double-sided tape here, and you don't want to get the tape too thin. I mean, it has to be thin, but it basically just holds the template on. And we'll put a piece right here. I mean, there's another method where you can screw on these templates. I mean, if you've got an idea on how to do that better than this, you know what? By all means, go ahead and use it. And I'm just showing you what, it's kind of like what you get used to. And I've got used to doing it this way. And I think that should hold it right there. So what I do now is carefully, it doesn't want to cooperate with me, but I'm taking the film off of the other side of the sticky tape, and sometimes it goes on and it's on there really good. So I just have to work at it. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. But see, wants to pull up completely. So if you kind of mash it down, maybe that'll... Well, that's going to take me a little while. So anyway, let me just, we'll end the video like this. So the template will inevitably be mounted like this. And it's on the back side, so if I turn this over, and don't forget, my pin router has a pin that sticks up and will be guided inside these slots. So it will be placed on the pin router like this, and then your neck pocket, humbucker, and tremolo route will be routed. And so there we go. That's how I put on the first template. In this video, I just wanted to get that point emphasized because it is critical, it is important. And this double-sided tape works really well. Just go to your big box hardware store and they'll have something available. So with that being said, I think we're going to call this an ending, and I'd just like to remind everybody that if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, by all means, please do so. This is video number 6 on aligning the template for the first round of routing that we're going to do. I would just like to thank everybody for the amount of support that I'm getting on Facebook, and my request on adding subscribers to my YouTube channel. The important thing is that it is important to subscribe, but then again, it's important for you to watch the videos from beginning to end. It's the viewing time that is of value to me, and eventually will help me get compensated for the amount of effort and time that I am putting into these videos for you. I am showing you a long time career standing of knowledge and important facts and tips on how to build a guitar. So it would be much appreciated if there was any type of generosity in a financial support, donations. I would appreciate it. It just helps support, supplies and my time and effort. So the way to donate would be to go on my PayPal account, which is my email, carl@karlsandoval.com, and make a donation of your desire. Like I say, it would be greatly appreciated. And share these videos also with your friends and family, and let's make this a really fun and joyful ride in getting this guitar built. It's going to come along just fine. This guitar also will be, after its completion, will be sold. It will be a one-of-a-kind collectible, the first issue of customs that I'm showing on film, on video for my viewers. So stay tuned. Watch to see how this guitar is built, so there will be no questions on whether or not it is of quality or done right, or, it's just interesting to know that whoever buys this guitar will have documentation on all these videos that I'll be presenting about this build. So I don't know what I'm going to be charging for it. It's not going to be cheap. It is a collectible, so it will be kind of pricey, and it will be signed and autographed by me. You'll get a certificate of authenticity, and also there'll be some other whistles and bells that I'll include in the package deal. Also, I want to think of a surprise gift that I'll incorporate with this sale. But in the future, start saving your money. If you'd like to make this purchase, I'm going to set up, some sort of a concept on how I'm going to sell this to, who I'm going to sell it to, So I still got to figure that out. And so save your bucks. Maybe you'll be the proud owner of this guitar. Anyway, that's the final thing that I wanted to speak about, and I appreciate all you viewers. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Until video number 7 coming up, which is what we will probably do, and that's we will probably do the routing from this template that's been installed on this body. So thank you so much. I wish you all the best. God bless.